Hello and welcome back to the AfterTap channel and to another episode of Martha Mondays. Today is our 5th episode and we are talking all about dishwashers and your kitchen sink. So there is a lot to uncover. If you are following along with Martha Stewart's homekeeping handbook, we are doing pages 54 to 65, and then I actually took a break and then covered pages 83 to 87, just because in between there she gets into pots and pans and large appliances, and I just felt like that can be a whole other video. But for now, it's basically all how to take care of washing dishes, whether it be in your kitchen sink or in your dishwasher, and how to keep those two areas of your house super clean. So I actually made notes today, quite a lot of notes, and I'm going to be going through a few different sections. And again, there's just so much information, it's kind of impossible to cover absolutely everything that's in this chapter. But if you want to buy the book and follow along with me, I will link that below for you. It's definitely proving to be worth its money, and we are only 5 episodes in. So if you want to join for the rest of it, just let me know, comment below, buy your book below, and let's get right into this. My biggest takeaway from this entire section of the book is if you are going to clean one thing in your house a day, make sure it's your kitchen sink. So Martha gets into a lot of information about why this is the dirtiest place and just how to take care of it. But I didn't realize how important it is to make sure you clean your sink every single day. How do you do that? So, daily cleaning. Martha suggests using a soft cloth, warm water, and dishwashing soap. So that is super simple, but one thing that she talks about is using sponges. So sponges are not, at least when this book was published in 2006, are not FDA approved. And I actually have worked as a bartender and a waitress, and I think this is true. You do not see sponges in commercial kitchens, and that is because they are prone to getting salmonella, E. coli, and Staphylococcus. I actually googled how to say that, and I think I'm still saying it wrong. But those 3 things, I will pop them on the screen because I know I'm butchering the name of the last one. Those are all prone to being inside your sponges, so you're really not supposed to use sponges unless you are washing them every day. And you should have dedicated sponges for the kitchen sink and for the counter. You shouldn't be mixing and matching, and that is something that I really am guilty of. So let me know in the comments below if you are also guilty of that. So the first section I want to cover is 5 things of how to clean sponges. Number 1, use your washing machine with your hottest cycle, so with your whites typically, and do not use the dishwasher. I didn't even ever think of that, but apparently some people throw their dishcloths and sponges into the dishwasher. Don't do that. Martha says do not do that. I hope most of us aren't doing that anyway. Number 2, soak your sponge before you wash it 1 minute in 3 cups of water and 2 tablespoons of bleach, and this really kills all the bacteria. I actually haven't done this, so I'll need to try that. Number 3, throw out your sponges when they smell bad or start to disintegrate. So I'm gonna show you my sponges right now because it's pretty bad. This is a huge no-no according to Martha, and we'll get into that. But you can see this sponge has started to disintegrate. It's been washed so many times, and both of these ones smell awful. So, number 1, we are going to toss this bad boy. It's given us life for a while. And these 2, we are going to walk right on over to the laundry room, but I'm not going to throw it with my clothes because these stink. I'm throwing it into this bucket with my other rags that need to be washed. And Martha says you can do that with your hottest whites or your hottest cycle with your whites. I usually save these up and do them on their own because they smell. Number 4 on how to clean sponges or properly use sponges is simply just do not use sponges. Martha is saying this is not the best cleaning method. I know, I love my Minky sponges, so I don't think I'm ready to give them up, but let me know what you think of that suggestion below. And number 5 is to use terry cloths or terry dish rags, also known as barkeeper mops or bar mops. Use these instead, and every time you are done, you gotta rinse them out and leave them drying on your sink and wash them every single day. So it should not take very long for us to get a full load of cleaning cloths in our bucket in the laundry room there, because we should be using one of these a day, which means the end of the day, the end of the week, we at least have 7. And if you're like me, you definitely have more from other things like your microfiber cloths and all your other cleaning things, your mop heads, etc. Okay, next we are getting into how to care for your kitchen sink. So that is something that we can actually do right now. I have some dishes to wash, and I'm going to talk to you about how to wash your sink and how to clean your kitchen faucet. Sorry, I keep looking down at my notes here. And then also how to clean your drains. So let's get the sink cleaned and then we can talk about all these things. How to hand wash your dishes. So first you are going to use a rubber spatula to get off any excess food for the compost or the garbage. And then Martha suggests you follow this order. Wash the crystal, followed by the glassware, the clear glass plates, other plates, flatware, servingware, and then the greasiest serving dishes, finally the pots and pans. So obviously I didn't follow that in this little clip here, but just so you know, that is what Martha suggests in her book. Now, how to clean the kitchen sink daily. So first off, we need to clean the catchers. So getting rid of those excess food, and then you can actually take those catchers apart. You don't need to do it every day, but I definitely needed to do it today. And I'm just washing that with some dish soap, hot water, and a terry cloth, which we discussed earlier in this video. And that is actually the same method you are going to use for the entire sink. So I am just getting through all the little grips and then going to put together the catchers again and then just set them to the side, and we'll need them in a minute. Then I'm putting dish soap in both sides of the sink and rubbing it down with a soft terry cloth. You do not want to use an abrasive sponge if you don't want to scratch up your sink, your porcelain sink, or anything like that. And then you are going to take a soft toothbrush to get in all the crevices, and you're actually going to use that toothbrush on the sink and the faucet. Then you are going to rinse everything down to get rid of the soap. You don't need too much of this soap, it really does bubble up. And then if you have any watermarks, feel free to use a microfiber cloth just to wipe down, especially the faucet. So it's just that simple, and you need to do this every single day. Next up, how to prevent clogged drains. So there's a couple methods, but this method you want to do every 6 months. You're going to put half a cup of baking soda right in your drain, and then do half a cup of vinegar right on top, and then put those catchers immediately in so that all of the formula stays in the drain as much as possible. Then after 5 minutes, you are going to get some boiling hot water. You can use a kettle, or I am just using the hot water tap that we have. And you're going to put 2 cups of hot water down each drain to wash away the solution. So we're back, and the sink is completely clean, the drains are clean, the dishes are washed. I'm feeling good. So now we are skipping a few pages. We're on pages 83 83 through to 87, and the first page, basically Martha just talks about the types of dishwashers, whether or not you have a loud dishwasher, if noise is a problem. It could be to do with your filtration system. So she has a whole bunch of information in there about how to talk to your manufacturer if you are looking to buy for a new one, and just like how to determine what is the best dishwasher for your lifestyle, because everyone has different needs in this category. And then she talks about cloudy glassware. So I wanted to show you how cloudy this glass is. And Martha shares, can you see that? Martha shares 2 ways to get rid of this. Way number 1, you just take vinegar and you wipe all around the cloudiness, and then you pop it back in for the normal cycle. And number 2 is once you get to the normal cycle, you stop the dishwasher at the beginning of the final rinse, and it should say on the top of your dishwasher what part of the cycle it's on. And you're gonna put 2 cups of vinegar in a measuring cup on the bottom rack. Now I tried this, I was not a believer, but look, do you see the difference between this glass and this glass? The vinegar trick actually really works. So if you have been suffering with cloudy glassware, that's what you do. I cannot believe, I can't get over that. You can see, like, you can barely see me through that one, and you can see me. So if you suffer with that, hopefully that's helpful. Now, the next one, I know Kyle will be so excited that I'm talking about, because I am notoriously a bad dishwasher loader. I could care less about if it's organized. I just want it to do the job for me, but there is a way to load it. So I'm gonna go through the 7 ways to load a dishwasher with Martha Stewart. So number 1, since heat and hot water are generally more intense on the lower rack than the upper rack, pots, pans, plates, utensils, and heavy-duty wash jobs need to be on the bottom rack. Okay, I think I'm good. I still do that one. Number 2, load as much as you can without having things touch. Stagger or overlap small plates. I definitely have things touch. I'll show you. The dishwasher's clean at the moment, so let me just show you. This, I think, is actually pretty neat for me. So here's my bottom rack. We've got like, well, oh, so I've got plastic on the bottom. I bet she'll say something about that. And I definitely have things touching. I hope that's okay. I feel like that should be fine. Maybe not this though. Like maybe that shouldn't be over something else. And then we have some cutlery here. I clearly did not put that in right. I think you're supposed to go like that so it doesn't rust. Yeah, so that's what I've got going on. Okay, so number 3 is delicate dishes. Delicate dishes and glassware should be placed on the upper rack. For the most part, I had that. Number 4, place everything in the upper rack face down and everything in the lower rack facing the center. Interesting. So you know when you put the plates in, we often put them on the outside. Right now they're actually facing the center, so that's good. Number 5, cooking utensils should be lying down on the bottom or top rack, not in the cutlery bin. I got that one because ours don't fit in the cutlery bin because of the bottom fan thingy. Number 6, don't place items over prongs in the upper rack. Glasses and mugs should go in the rows between the prongs, while bowls should be placed down the center. Wait, what? Oh my goodness, do you guys do that? I thought glasses were supposed to go in the prongs to hold them up, not in between. That is good to know. Let me know in the comments below if you already knew that. Number 7, forks and spoons should be placed in the cutlery bin alternately. Some handles up, some down, if possible, so that they don't nest. Okay, I'm not sure about that one. I'm not sure if that makes sense, but okay. And then she goes into a section about washing silver in the dishwasher. Long story short of that whole section is don't wash your silverware, like your good silver, in the dishwasher. I think most people already know that. That fancy stuff you bring out for holidays, wash it by hand. And then how to care for your dishwasher. Now, I have a video from last year when I first started this channel about how to properly clean and care for your dishwasher, and it is in line with Martha Stewart. So pages 85 through 87, I have a full video on, so I'm not gonna share that with you, but in that video, or I'm not gonna repeat that with you, but in that video, I talk about how to deal with rust stains, brown stains, mildew, buildup, cloudiness, how to actually take out your filter and properly clean it. If you're not doing that, you need to. All that stuff. So you should never put the following things in the dishwasher. Are you ready? I can already see like 5 or 6 of these that I definitely put in the dishwasher. So I'm just gonna have like a list going up here because there's a lot, and I'll just run through all of them. Acrylic, adhesive joint pieces, aluminum, antiques, blown glass, brass, bronze, cast iron, china with metallic decoration, crystal, disposable, plastics not labeled dishwasher safe. I completely put red Solo cups in there. Flatware, gold-plated flatware, iron, knives, oops, many non-stick pans, check the manufacturer instructions first, milk glass, pewter, rubber tools, tin, and wooden spoons. How many of those items have you put in the dishwasher? Because I'm pretty sure I've put like over half of them. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Everything else you'll find in my how to actually clean a dishwasher video, which I will link below. Again, I learned a lot from this chapter. I hope that at the end of going through this whole book, maybe we won't do everything like Martha. I already know I like disagree with some of her cleaning routines and like the level of cleaning she does per day and per week. However, I'm hoping that we'll develop some good habits and just some friendly reminders, like using your toothbrush on your faucet and just little things that will, or changing your cloth every single day if you're not already. I think having an expert kind of say like, hey, you need to be doing this is just so helpful, and I don't think I'll be able to wash the sink without thinking of these things that I learned about. So anyway, thank you so much for being here with me. Next week, we are still going to be hanging out in my kitchen, and we are going to be talking about how to clean appliances and hopefully get through a good chunk of the kitchen. So we are on page 87, plus we have to go back to those few pages, and the kitchen section goes until page 138. So I think we probably have at least 2 more weeks in the kitchen before we get to move on to something else. So bear with me. We will get through this chapter. This is the heart of the home, the longest chapter, and then from there on out, we will be moving and grooving. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next Monday. Bye.